the new year that we are getting ready to have come in. 2024. Wow. I remember 10 years ago in 2014, we were fighting for the Olympics not to come. And they wanted the Olympics to come in 2024, and we stopped at the community.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, and 10 years just went. Like,
it really did.
It just went.
It did. It's hard to believe that we're getting ready to go into 2024.
I know. This is a special year. This is going to be a special year.
Absolutely.
You know my theme song, "A Change Is Going to Come."
Mm-hmm.
A change is going to come, for real, for real. I mean, we have change every day, but 2024 is going to be phenomenal.
It's true.
So I'm going to talk a little bit today I want to talk about Kwanzaa. It's Kwanzaa season, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which we as black people celebrate, starting with the day after Christmas. It's 7 days, and it's so good to be with community, you know, and I'm happy, you know, that we're able to celebrate in person, and it's just nice. It's really nice. Tonight, Kwanzaa is going to be at Hibernian Hall from 7 to 9. Tomorrow night, it's going to be at Prince Hall from 7 to 9. And Saturday is going to be at the Roxbury Boys and Girls Club. And Marcus Anthony Hall will be one of the sponsors for that Kwanzaa night. And Saturday is going to be at Roxbury Community College. And Sunday, I can't remember, I'm sorry. But so that's Kwanzaa, and it teaches us the 7 principles of faith. We have, let me see if I can just pull it up real quick. But yes, but also I'm also excited about what is it? Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute, second annual fundraiser on January the 7th, 2024. I am so excited. We have a special guest. I can't say who it is, but it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. We have some young folks performing for us. This is our 3rd cohort, Marcus Anthony Hall. For you don't know about Marcus Anthony Hall, Marcus Anthony Hall was a young black man who at the age of 31 was shot down in the front of a barber shop, taking his 4-year-old son Yoda to get a haircut. And he was a smart young man. He believed in constitutional law as well as state law. He was trying to make changes in the community and was turned down by different people. However, he worked with me when I worked with BG, and when he passed away, it was very devastating. I'll never forget it. It was June 14, 2016, and I was at a friend's wedding, and I had to leave because I just couldn't believe it. And but I promised his mother that we would do something in his name, in his honor. And we created the Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute, which is a program that is geared toward teaching our young people about politics, about running for office, about being entrepreneurs, about being business people, being able to advocate for themselves, being able to speak up for themselves in a professional manner. And we have great instructors. We have people like Charlie Titus, Charlie Cofield, Glenn Lloyd, Shagun Idawu, C.C. Graham, Marie Furman. These are our instructors. And our classes will be held at Roxbury Community College, which I'm very excited about. And so if you are interested in the ages of 14 to 24, And if you are interested, you can go on our website, www.mahei.org. Again, that's www.mahei.org. Or you could call me, Priscilla Flint, 617-515-6908. Again, my number is 617-515-6908. So I wanted to let people know you can go on Eventbrite to purchase tickets. We are looking for a good day, a fine time, and hope that you will come out and support because we're doing good work. Like I said, this is our third cohort and our second annual fundraiser, and it's at the Bruce Boland Building on the 6th floor. So, Pastor, how have you been? What's going on in your world?
Oh, so much is going on, sis. So much we're doing, our stuff with regard to focus really on returning citizens. Really excited about, we just created actually a whole civic education curriculum specifically for those who are behind the wall.
Go ahead with your bad self.
To God be the glory. It's amazing, the favor of God. Students, graduate students at Harvard University, 100-page curriculum that was co-created with people who are behind the wall, helped us to create it. Eric Kennedy, as well as folks who were at South Bay, and those who are at MCI Norfolk, the African American Coalition Communities of Brothers behind the wall that had their own civic education curriculum. So we intertwined it, right? And it's, whole kind of schoolhouse rock. This is about like correspondence. And so we're really excited about, we're still in development stages of it, but to be where we are. And when you see it, I'm telling you, it's absolutely incredible. So I'm just so excited about that education. As you talk about, civics is not something that's taught, and you're doing it, right? With young folks, we need to start young folks so they know the power, but folks who are behind the wall, who are disenfranchised, you know that the 13th Amendment says slavery was abolished with the exception of those who've been convicted, quote unquote, of a crime. So it's modern day slavery. So it's imperative that, and we here in Massachusetts right now, we have a piece of legislation that the African American Coalition Committee wrote to restore the right for felons to vote in the state of Massachusetts that they took from them in 2000. The second state in the country, because it literally takes a constitutional amendment to restore that right once it's been stripped of them.
Wow, it's it's amazing the work that you're doing, as well as the work that our state senator Liz Miranda is doing in the prison, and Russell Holmes, and so these are the things that we need them to be doing. I believe the Royal Brothers are so it's good to see our elected officials rally around, come together.
It is.
That's what we've been praying for, that they come together, that they see the injustices that have been done to our community and to our people.
That's right.
I was at the Murder in Boston event that they had at Roxbury Community College last week from the Chuck Stewart case. And the Bennett family, they really, really, really did these people bad. And not only them, but other members of the community.
That's right.
But the thing about it was that the same police officers that they're now retired getting their pensions.
What?
And it's just, I want to get some of them on the show. I've had Joey Bennett on once, but I want to get Sean Ellis and Mac Hudson and Joey Bennett, and there's another brother, Dana Jackson. They were all, some of them were in prison, Steve Pena, because and they weren't guilty. 20 years, 20 something years in prison for something that you didn't do, and there's no repercussions from the city or the state that put you there.
Unacceptable.
And so it's like, something has got to give. We have to come together. as community.
Yes.
I've been talking to Minister Randy, to Pastor Culpepper, to the block. It's time.
Absolutely.
It's time for us to rise up as a community, as black and brown people. We've been down too long. And my favorite saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And enough is enough.
Absolutely.
And I'm so serious.
And I'm with you.
That's why I'm trying to train these young folks up. We got some good young people working with us. I'm telling you, 3 of my board members are younger than 35 years old.
That's
and I am
awesome.
excited.
Yes.
I'm telling you, they got some. God bless me. I mean, when I tell you God bless me with some really good people.
Amen.
I'm telling you. And
you deserve it.
And that's what I'm looking for, because I'm tired. I want to pass the torch,
Yes.
And so I'm just really excited about this next cohort. We already have 7 people who have registered, so we're excited about that.
Awesome. Congrats.
So it's I believe it's going to be a beautiful day.
It is.
I always stress before I have my events. I don't know why, but God always works it out. So.
Absolutely.
But I'm very happy about that.
Absolutely. I'm excited as well.
Yeah.
And don't you got a big fundraiser or something coming up for?
Yep. Next Sunday, January the 7th, the first Sunday in January.
Okay.
We're having a fundraiser at the Bruce Boland building on the 6th floor.
Okay.
And I guess people wonder maybe why I always do my events at the Bruce Boland, right? Because all my events, even when I was with BG, we always did our events at the Bruce Boland. And the reason why I do them at the Bruce Boland, because the Bruce Boland is the first protest that I put together.
What?
Yes, back in October 15th, 2012.
Are you serious?
Yes, and we made the front page of the banner. Me and Ron Hill. I don't know if you must remember Ron Hill.
Yes, I know Ron.
Yeah, he was one of our board members.
What?
I tell you, he was amazing.
He was amazing.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
But we lost some good soldiers.
Oh my goodness, you're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. A lot of the generals, right?
Yes,
God has brought on. Now he's raising up another generation.
Yes. One of the things I'm very excited about with my award is, so I'm giving out 5 awards.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the awards that I'm giving out is to Makia Baker Gomez.
Nice.
And it's how do you say that word? I can't post.
Humorous.
No, it begins with a P. Posthumous.
Yeah. Let me look it up because I know what you're talking about, but
Right.
it's a little strange kind of word. So let me get it so I can say it right.
Thank you.
You got it.
So we're giving her an award.
Nice.
And I'm very excited about that. We're also giving Carrie Mays,
Okay.
Julia Mejia,
Awesome.
Professor Jermadari, and
Nice.
Courtney Gray. Yeah, so those are the 5 that we're giving, and I just feel like like we're giving Carrie our Youth Leadership Award, and I believe she's a strong leader in this community.
Who?
Carrie Mays.
Okay.
You know Carrie?
I don't.
She's been on my show a couple times. She actually used to work with us last year when we worked.
Really?
Very young, energetic young lady. She used to be with Teen Empowerment.
Oh, yes, I do remember her. Yes, of course. Yes.
Right. So she's doing some great things as well. So
Good.
she's a strong leader.
She is.
She's phenomenal.
She
She really is. And then of course Julia, we give Julia our Trailblazer Award because Julia's been there,
Absolutely.
since she won by 1 vote. So how everybody was claiming that they were the 1 vote that she won by, right? Like how
They were the one.
Yeah, like
I was the one.
Yeah. But I said it was God. God was the one.
That was all God. That was clearly God.
Imagine in a city with over 700,000 people, you win by 1 vote.
That's God.
And that's not only is that God, that shows you how important your vote is.
Thank you. And when people say, "Oh, my vote don't matter,"
Exactly.
I always bring that scenario up because that's not hypothetical.
That is true.
That's history.
Exactly.
It happened. They had to do a recount.
That's right.
You was part of the
recount. Right. I remember when that happened with Garrett Saunders.
Really?
Yes, when Garrett Saunders when he ran for District 7, he was one of the first political campaigns that I worked on.
Really?
Yes, and he won. He lost by. I think they said he lost by 10 points or something, 10 votes or something. But when I said you all need to do a recount, and when they did a recount, he actually won by. He won. I can't remember I think he either won by 10 or it was something, but he definitely won that election because they did a recount.
Really?
So yeah. So sometimes you do have to do a recount. But I'm so glad that Julia won because she has proven herself to be a warrior.
Yes.
She has proven herself to be a fighter, and that's why I said because we ran together in 2019, and I told her. I said, Julia, if I don't make it to the top 8, I'm going to support you. Because I said, if I was ever in a fight, I'd want you to be in the fight with me.
That's right.
That's
right.
So, she actually gave me an award this year, too. That's not why I'm giving her one. Right. But she, I had emailed her to let her know I was giving her one, and she sent me something back saying, well, we're giving you one as well. So that, I felt good about that.
That's good. Yeah, we got to give people their flowers while they're alive.
Exactly, while they can smell them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, and of course, Mokia Baker Gomez. I mean, what a loss. I know that was so hard for you. And it still is.
Yeah, it is.
But
don't get me started.
I'm sorry. But my point is, we know, I mean, she deserved it. She just deserved it. And the word, I looked it up. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's posthumous.
Posthumous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I said that right. Yeah.
Okay.
Occurring, awarded, or appearing after death of the originator. I just hope I said it right. It's posthumous. Posthumous.
Okay. Posthumous. Okay. I have to practice that.
Yeah, it's a little tongue twister, but that's it.
Okay. So we're giving her an award.
Awesome.
And you know how Sister Glenette does the weekly Black History? Yeah, she did one on Makia.
I remember.
Yeah, so she sent it to me, so we're gonna play that.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, so we're gonna play that before she gets
that's beautiful.
Her award.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah, and it's so strange. I had an interview with Marcus Anthony Hall and Makia Baker in this studio audience, and I don't think it ever got recorded because we could never find it. Because when he passed away, I told his mother I had it, but I don't know what happened. I think the only thing I can say is that's when Damien was working with us.
Okay.
Remember Damien? He was our engineer for a little while when we first started BG. When we first started on the radio station, there was a young man that worked with us. Him and Makaji.
Yes, I remember Makaji. Yes.
And the young man that used to be with us, Damien.
I can't remember Damien.
If you seen him, you would remember him. But anyway, I think what happened was I think he didn't record it because because he was so engaged in the conversation.
He got to hit record. Oh no.
Yeah, so we lost that. Oh my God, I would love to have had that video with Marcus Anthony and Makia.
Oh,
that was just
wow. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Healing Island's very, very first forum that we filmed, and my brother, I let him do it, right? Because he was doing video and he was traveling with us, and he was there. He filmed everything. Forgot to get the cap off the front of the camera. I was like, it's my brother. I'm glad he did it. I was just like, what? But the first one was incredible, and he was all recorded, but the cap was covered, so it wasn't
captured. But did he know that the cap was on it?
He was looking through the viewfinder, not the lens.
Okay.
I was like, so I know I feel your pain. Sometimes these moments that you want captured that you just miss, you just have to, hey, what can you do?
But at least I had...
You experienced it.
Yeah, I had reached out to Sister Glenette and asked her to send it to me, so I was so happy. Yeah. I sent it to one of her sisters. They liked it. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, she does a great job. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... the information that she has, you don't even know none of that information.
No idea. Remember this past Sunday, wasn't it talking about the paramedics, the first black paramedic, or the first paramedics for black folks?
Yeah.
I mean, so many first.
Exactly.
That
When it comes to us.
And they whitewash the truth of the contributions Black folks have done. And it's not even about putting anybody better or worse. It's just the truth.
That's right.
Let's just tell the truth.
The truth.
This
The truth
is
will set
history.
you free. Definitely. You know, it's really like, it doesn't make any sense, you know, except for this white supremacy. And I already said, if people keep saying Donald Trump gonna win again. If he win, I'm sorry, Africa, here I come, because I'm sick.
Wow.
It just, I just cannot imagine, you know, that people would really vote this man back in.
Wow.
And from what I understand, he's leading the polls.
Listen, I'm telling you, God is sovereign. But I talked to a lot of folks, and when I went to see my mother in Virginia, a guy who was driving my Uber, who literally was from Liberia, right? And you know, Virginia to me is like the South. Like I think of slavery. Like when I'm there, I'm like, I'm going backwards. I'm going to see Mama, but I'm feeling like I'm going backwards.
Right.
You feel it, right?
Right.
And so to see people there who are saying, "Oh no, we need Trump because he's going to force us to come together. We the Black people, we don't come together," and that is true. We need to do better with that. But why we gotta let that happen? And say that's democracy. Like, I'm just in awe of the people's mindsets who are. First of all, you're from Liberia. Do you understand? You would not be here. They don't like people from other places.
Right.
But the thing is that consistently they're talking about is LGBTQIA. Oh, that's their whole thing. Oh, and Trump don't care about them neither.
He don't care about nobody.
Trust and believe.
Yeah.
So it's just sad.
Yeah.
But there are many people. So I don't know, Minister. We got to pray. We got to educate. And God is ultimately in control. And we need to prepare, right, for the worst.
Yeah.
God, I'm just saying we can't sleep because there are people. I hear people who say, "Oh, I'm not going to vote because at all," or they feel Biden's too old.
He is old.
He's old.
He is old.
That's true.
You know,
but you got support around him. So whatever. My point is the whole notion of democracy, the fact that the White House should be the safest house in the world, and what happened on January 6th is a precursor. If that happened he was the orchestrator of that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And should he get in again, the next time,
ain't no telling what's gonna happen, right?
You're gonna be more successful. They were trying to hang folks. They were trying to kill folks. They were trying to
kill the vice president and the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
Come on now,
Yes.
for real. We saw that live and in color.
It's recorded. It's
The
recorded.
revelation.
It's
The
real.
revolution.
So come on. So the truth of the matter is, that if you most times are cool, that kind of stuff's not successful the first time, but the next time. And the notion of the relationship with dictators, Kim Jong-un, and Putin, like this superpower, like we together, we're gonna conquer the world. Like that's scary. Very scary. So people I don't get it. Pray, educate, and prepare is what I say for the worst. I'm sorry, we got to be prepared because if that happens again, what are we gonna do? You talk about even if you go to Africa, the truth of the matter ain't no place gonna be safe.
Not really.
Like candidly, it's about the kingdom, and you and I know this, right? So that's the piece we really need to prepare for, and that's why I'm actually excited about December 1st, Watch Night. Is that my time? This is not just about service. As I said Sunday, and I mean that with every part of my being, is that I'm expecting the miraculous. Because when the kingdom comes together, right, and praise, that's the whole, if my people. So to have 3 churches, Mount Calvary, and young folks.
Yes.
Because you need young folks.
That's right.
So to have Mount Calvary's young folks come there, youth pastor, my parents were friends with the Baxters, who were the founders of that church, who have gone on. Now the Bullocks are legends, and George Bullock is the pastor, but to have Julius Hood, who's the youth pastor, to have him come speak, minister, to have Greater Grace Apostolic Church that rent space in our church every Sunday. Our church and people from just the community and the kingdom coming together in the house of God to pray on one accord.
Amen. Praise God.
Boston's getting ready. I'm telling you, when you come with expectation, you ain't just coming for a service. This ain't coming for ritual. But you know that God's kept us through COVID, through violence, through just so much. Natural disasters. We're still here for a purpose.
That's right. A plan and a purpose.
So I have great expectation in spite of the government upheaval and all that's going on. My faith is not in those systems, so we participate in those systems.
Right.
Ultimately, our faith, we know, is in the kingdom of God, and the government rests upon his shoulders, and the powers that be are of God. The Bible says we're to pray for those who are in authority, because the heart of the king is in the hand. Even Trump, even whomever, God can twist that and change it around.
That's right.
I know this is, your broadcast is, your broadcast is your broadcast, and it's spiritual. You a minister, right? So, said Minister Priscilla Flint, though you do civic engagement and all of that, the heart of what you do is coming from a place of trusting God.
Definitely.
So you've done a lot this year. Can you wrap? You wrapping it up and getting ready to go into 2024, and so. What is some of your forecasting of 2024 for you?
So I want to start on my second book.
Ah, yes, good stuff.
Yeah, I want to start on my second book, and I'm telling you, I want to take a sabbatical.
You should.
I really do.
Gotta do that.
I'm just trying to prepare my team, because I think with the folks that I have now, I can definitely take a step back,
Good.
And just kind of like watch and oversee. I'm going to always be part of Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute, whether I'm the ED, whether I'm a board member, whatever, it's going to always be a part of me until I leave here, till God takes me home. And I'm just excited about the energy and the things that are happening, the people that, we are interacting with, I have an interview today with this woman. Oh, God, I don't even remember the lady's name. That's a shame.
It's all good. It's all good. You know where you got to be. Where you got to be.
Yeah. She reached out to me and said that she wanted to do an interview with me about Marcus Anthony.
Nice.
So I asked her, how did she hear about me? And she said she's some type of news reporter lady.
Wow.
And she said that she was searching the internet for events happening in Boston, and she came across our thing. So she's going to interview me today at 3:30.
Awesome. By the way, so on the Facebook feed, you got a lot of people commenting, and there's a woman named Liz Kagua McAllister, who said to Pastor Bruce, "Hi, Pastor Bruce." She said, "I popped on Facebook for a second and I saw Sister Priscilla's face on my feed. I love her."
Really?
She said the one time the algorithms did something good, so it happened to. That's how she found us.
Okay.
So
Thank
you got
you.
fans appreciating you, loving up on you.
Thank you. It's a blessing, I tell you. I just know that this is God. It can't be nobody but God.
Come on, now. Yes.
There's no way. People be like,
no way.
Priscilla, you strong, you this. No, I got God.
You and I both know. Come on now.
Yes, and it's just, it's really, really been a blessing.
Yes.
To be able to do this work, and I have to really do a shout out to Edoza. I'm telling you, this young Edoza.
Okay.
He's my our new vice president.
Of your board?
Yes. Were you here when he came in? I don't think you were here. I think it was Renee was here.
I'm
you
not
haven't met
sure.
him yet.
Okay.
Wait till you meet him. You'll be impressed.
Really?
Yes. Very intelligent young black man.
Hey man.
When I met him, he was a legislative aide for Liz Miranda.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you deserve it. You've been fighting for a long time, and you definitely deserve it, sis. You inspire me and us, and I'm so grateful that you're here with us at Boston Praise, Boston Black News, GMCC, Healing Our Land, has been a big supporter all through the time, and now you're still serving another capacity for Healing Our Land. So it's exciting, and I just appreciate you fighting and pushing and seeing you and we've been with you. You know what I'm saying? We got the privilege of marching with you, protesting with you, and seeing the change.
Helping me with candidates and stuff. Remember we worked on Nika's campaign together.
So
she's doing some good stuff too. She's giving. I think 2024 is just gonna be like popping. I just see so many different things. Dr. Umar Johnson is coming back in February. They're bringing him back.
Nice.
And I'm gonna work on it now with Chris Warmack. To get him into the studio, maybe we could do a joint book signing or something.
Chris Womack?
No, me and Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh no, you said you're gonna work with Chris.
I'm gonna work with because Chris is his security when he comes in here, and Chris has total access to him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Jamal Gooden, who's in Brockton, he has an awesome program out there. He's working with youth. Actually, when we did the Marcus Anthony this past year, and we went out to GBH, Singer did a tour for us.
All right.
They took us out in their vans. So
really,
yeah. So we're looking for transportation. We may have some. I don't want to talk about it. I want to count my chickens before they hatch.
Right.
But there's a possibility we may be able. We may be getting transportation for our youth to go on the field trips that we're going to be going on during the Marcus Anthony program.
Awesome.
And we're also looking at doing our senior soldiers program.
Okay.
Which is I've been talking about this for a minute. Where we take seniors down to City Hall on Wednesdays for the hearings.
Nice.
And they we go early so that they can meet the city councilors, right?
Oh yeah.
And then we watch the hearing, and then we come back, we go back to our office or somewhere else and have lunch with them and talk to them, and see, what kind of ideas we could come up with, what kind of things that we can change in this community.
Nice.
Because we need our elderly, and we also need our youth.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build an army of young folks to work with our seniors, in different capacities,
Yes.
And so that's also under the umbrella of Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute, because it's all around civics, getting our seniors back involved.
Yes.
And so we may have that same van to do that. So
that would be great.
Yeah. I'm just really excited about the possibilities and the doors that God is opening.
Amen.
So
I'm excited as well. And you see, people God strategically placing people in different places, and we're having conversations behind the scenes about some things that we see that we know are moving and shaping and trying to put people in some other positions, right, to really change some of the structural stuff here in the state of Massachusetts.
Exactly. Like Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley always says, policy is her love language,
Ooh,
and we have to change the policies, just like we did with the Boston resident job policy. We have to change these ordinances and these laws and things that don't represent and help us.
That's right.
It's like nobody's willing to take that step to fight to make the change,
Right.
And that's what we need. We need fighters up there in the State House, in the federal government, and at City Hall.
Yeah.
And we need people who aren't afraid. That's why I ran for office, because I ain't afraid.
Can't be.
Right.
But
I didn't win, but that's
okay.
another story.
Hey, listen.
But I think I gained more power not being elected than because.
And that happens. God knows.
Yeah, because that would have been a bad time anyway. Because right after that, 2020, COVID. My mom passed. I had knee surgeries, all kinds of stuff.
That's gonna happen. But God knows. So
you're
right where you're supposed to be, sis.
Yeah. God is able. He's able. So
Yes.
I'm excited. I have Danielle Ruffin singing. She's gonna be one of our guest singers.
Danielle Ruffin?
Yes, she is. She's a young artist. She does massages and she also sings. She has the most beautiful voice. I mean, that sister can sing.
Really?
Yeah, and so she's singing. And then I have two other young folks, I don't know them, but I believe they're gonna be. I think they'll do good. Edoza introduced me. Well, he hasn't. I met one, but the other one I haven't met yet. But they're young, and so I'm looking forward to their performances. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Brother Charles Clemens gonna be our DJ. So
Is he?
yeah, so
Nice.
that's gonna be nice. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're looking for a good time in the Lord.
Absolutely. And this is you're talking about your fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. January 7th, 2024. Come out 2 to 6 at the Bruce Bowling Building, 6th floor. Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute. His mother will be there, his son, it's just, it's just a good time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
I am excited.
So your second book, you said, what? And again, your first book, I know you don't often you don't push it like, but you have your first book. I look back and wonder how it got over, which is just incredible. I mean, whenever you talk about, knowing you sometimes, some things you were going through, and I'm like, I look at that book, go to the book. That's what you got to do because he's consistent.
Yeah.
Same God that got you. You look back and you wonder how he got you through all of that. Yeah. Same going to get you through whatever you're going through now and get ready to come.
Yeah.
So, so that's a good book. People need to pick it up if they haven't read it because people may see you and know you and don't know some of. I didn't know all of that. I'm just saying, folks need to know you got a testimony.
I know.
And then they can better understand, and have grace and where people might be critical, really. They need to know in the context.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't trying to, tell your story, but you got it in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, people need to really understand. People sometimes see people where they are, and again, we can be very harsh and critical of each other.
That's right.
Not knowing what people have endured, what they've come through, and how much they're a miracle.
That's right. I'm trying to sell my book at Kwanzaa, but I always say people go walk past me and my book and go to the jewelry counter.
Oh, for real?
And then, that's basically what happens. But it don't matter. But I was talking to this young man one day. We were having coffee at W Cafe.
Okay.
And I showed him my book, and he said, "You know what? I've seen this book in some people's houses, right?" And I said, because he's a contractor.
Wow.
And I said, huh? He said, yeah, I've seen this book in some people's houses. And he bought my book right then and there, right?
Wow.
And I said, I ain't never heard nobody say that. I've heard people say, oh, I've seen your book or I've read your book. Yeah. But I said, I ain't never heard nobody say they seen it in somebody's house.
Yeah, it's in plenty of people's houses.
Yeah.
So is it also in what's that on Frugal?
It's in Frugal, yes.
Yeah.
When the NAACP came, I was actually able to sell some books out of Frugal. And actually, Michelle Obama read my book and sent me a letter.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, she sure did.
Michelle Obama read your book?
Yeah.
And responded in a letter?
Yes, Lord.
That's amazing.
I display it every time I do my book signing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. What did she say?
She said that she thanked me for writing the book, and she said that sometimes writing helps people go through what they're going through, and she said she congratulated me on.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So what's book 2 going to be about?
The Real City Hall. I'm going to talk about my work that I did in City Hall and some of the barriers that's in City Hall and how folks act and don't act. And I'm gonna talk about
You're gonna tell it all.
I'm gonna tell it all.
Good. Good. People need to know.
Yep. I'm thinking about and I'm thinking about writing about the BG years too, because people need to know about that.
That's true.
Because I'm gonna be ready to talk about that soon too.
In a minute. That's maybe 3.
Yep. For real. Because the nonprofit world, a lot of it is set up
That's right.
It's not set up to help us.
Nope.
It's set up to harm us.
It's real talk, yeah.
And that's why we as black people have to create our own systems and our own way of doing things.
True.
We don't have to do things like they do.
You're right.
We can create our own.
Come on, we always have.
Exactly, we have done it. They just took it and twisted it and
right.
Made it theirs.
Yeah, always.
Someone said the only thing the white man created was the patent office. So they could take our stuff. Why would they make something easier for slaves, right?
Right.
No,
they ain't gonna do that.
No.
We've always been, innovative and resourceful and do stuff with
creative,
excellence.
resilience.
All of that.
Yes,
all of that. It's true. And we have to be, that's why the history piece is so important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that. And so there's the system that's designed to make us feel inferior, a savior mentality. When we the real deal is we need to come together.
Exactly.
That's what we need to do.
That's right. And that's what I've been trying to do. Bring our people together, just like with the block. We got the nation, the Nubian Square Foundation, the Nubian Square Economic Development. You got Marcus Anthony, Conrad Bills. All these organizations a part of the block, and what we want to do as the block is to expand and create a new black political task force that's done different, not like the old way, but do it different. And so we're gonna be working on some things, and so we're looking for. I'm actually working with this young man who is a student at Drexel. He is here. His grandmother is Leah Randolph. I don't know if you know Leah. She worked with Women's Inc. and she has a Commonwealth. She runs a behavioral health clinic. She has one in Lynn and one here. And she also has a studio. She does plays.
Really?
And
here in Boston?
I think her studio's in New York.
Okay.
But she was a Alvin Haley dancer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and her daughter is a actress. She's in plays. Yeah, her daughter was in this play called Chicken and Biscuits, and she was in another one called Fat Ham, and I think she was in Kissing. I think, yeah, and she's really good. She's funny. I enjoy going to her plays. I become a fan of hers.
Really?
Yeah. So every time I find out she's in the play, I go.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some more feedback in the instant chat on Pastor Bruce Wall's Facebook feed, and Brother Eric Kennedy says it's not only books we shouldn't judge by its cover. We never truly know what people have been through. He says your strength gives me hope, and strength. Thank you for who you are.
Thank you, Brother Eric. I think I like me.
We love you. We love you.
I
Thank
just
God
I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And, but I thank God. I thank God for salvation.
Amen.
Because if it had not been for Him who was on my side, where would I be?
Yeah.
I think when I look back, I wonder.
Come on.
But God,
But God. Nobody knows. You were here on Sunday when Pastor K preached about miracles and who experienced the miracle. I mean, I know the whole church should have had their hand up, right? But I know you. When I was like, and I know, did you have your hand up?
Yeah,
I was gonna say because we didn't get to. She didn't get to acknowledge everybody because of the time.
Right.
But when she said to me, "Are you sure?" Right?
Yeah.
And so we know.
Yeah.
There was nothing short of the extraordinary God
That's right.
who intervened in our situations.
That's right. Because I should have been dead and buried, or either in jail or cracked out somewhere, something.
Real talk.
But God.
Right.
But God.
But God.
And I know I'm a minister and stuff, but I don't like try to shove God down people's throat. When I first got saved, though, boy, I was on fire. I was trying to save everybody.
Right, that's what happened.
But that's how my mother got saved. Thank God, and she stayed saved until she passed in 2020. I got mostly all my family saved.
Amen.
I was like, listen, y'all know what I used to do.
Come on. Amen. And the truth of the matter is, you know what? It's so important to do that. And when you learn as you mature how to do that in a way, that there is an urgency.
But when you first get saved, it's like, oh my God, it's just like a whole new world has opened up for you.
Yeah,
you don't even realize it,
Yeah.
And God he just does things, He's like, I'll be like, Lord, I ain't even worthy of this, and He'd be like, I got your back. I'll tell you. The last few years was rough for me. They was really rough.
But He brought you through.
He brought me through.
And you're looking great. And you looking great.
I feel good too, so for some of these old age aches and pains.
Come on. Listen, I remember when you was having real issues in terms of your back.
Yeah.
We were praying for you.
Yeah.
And to see you just walking in, I was like, go ahead on. I love it. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, God is a good God. Yes, He is.
Yes. So is there? You got so much going on, right? So I know you've only got like 7 minutes, but with 7 minutes, I know you got so much going on. But how do people keep up with like all the stuff that's going on with you? Is it via what's the best way? Is it via your Facebook?
Probably my Facebook and my Instagram. I've been doing a lot on Instagram now.
Okay.
And Facebook, and the radio show they can watch, People Power with Priscilla, every Thursday.
There it is.
Yep. And they my office is at 321 Blue Hill Ave.
Okay.
And call me 617-515-6908. I'm available. I'm out. I'm in these streets every day. I'm in these streets every day.
What is your Instagram?
I have two. One is at Banks Priscilla. I don't know how to change it. Someone's gonna help me change it.
Okay.
And then I think the other one's at Commissioner Flint. Because I am a Boston Employment Commissioner. I forget to tell people. I forget to half the stuff I do.
Right. It's hard to keep up, but you were commissioners, right?
Yeah, I on the Boston Employment Commission. I guess I protested so much they said let's put this girl on the commission. But actually, Kim Janey, when she was the mayor, she appointed me.
Oh wow.
And Michelle Wu reappointed me. But I left for a minute and then I went back. But but we, it's getting better. We got some good people on there now. Darren Howell is a commissioner now.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Donald Alexis is a commissioner. J.C. Burton is a commissioner. She has her own construction company. I got to get her back on my show. Maven Construction. She's been in construction for 27 years.
Wow.
She's a smart sister. Yeah. I think when I had her on, it was on a Zoom.
Really?
When I had her on. Because, sometimes I do Zooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Brother Eric Kennedy, he is communicating, and he says so many people are looking for these big miraculous feats and missing out on the micro miracles happening on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. But I'm excited.
Exciting.
I had another birthday.
Oh, what?
I had another one.
Wow.
So I'm thankful.
Amen.
Yeah.
Another cycle around the sun, as they say.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy birthday, sis.
Thank you.
That's
like it's the whole month of December, You know how people celebrate the whole month.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm still taking gifts.
Okay. I heard that.
But no, for real though. But if people do want to support me, they can go to our website, www.mahii.org, and they can purchase a ticket on Eventbrite for our event on January the 7th, 2024. I wish I could tell you who our keynote speaker is going to be, but Just watch out. Keep looking out. You're going to see. I'm telling you, it's going to be on and popping. It's going to be on and popping. I'll tell you. I hope I just waiting that we want to get this flyer out, by this weekend.
Yeah.
We can't say nothing.
I
just
got
like,
you.
Lord Jesus.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. You have you have a Cash App, or is that connected to your? I know you said if you want to donate, but do you have a Cash App?
I have a Cash App, but it's
connected. It's personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a business one.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get a business Cash App.
Okay.
Right now, they can go and donate through the
website.
To the website.
And what's it again?
It's mahei.org. And that's for the Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute.
Okay.
Inc.
Great.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I am. I'm happy, and I was trying to think about getting a guest this today, and I said you need to be your own guest.
That's right.
I be over here promoting everybody.
Yes, you do.
Everybody.
Yes, you
I
do.
be bringing everybody in here, to talk about their businesses and the things they do. It's let me promote Priscilla Flint
Absolutely.
and the Marcus Anthony. And I'm also a consultant. I have my own consulting firm,
Okay.
Flint and Associates.
So what does that entail? What do you?
So around politics, I help people who are running for elected office.
Okay.
Like last year, I helped Nika, and I worked with Tammy Guevara. They didn't win, but they got good jobs now. So
there you go.
Yeah, But so I work with, and then also what I do is with my Flint and Associates, I like to bring my young folks in and pay them through Flint and Associates.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one of my jobs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just trying. This politics stuff, I'm just like, I'm all around it. So I'm just trying to do everything I can to support and help our folks.
Got to.
Yeah, because that's where it's at,
Yeah.
We got to change that we 3/5 of a person. The devil is a liar
Yeah.
and a loser.